Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to a Friday edition of What's for Lunch. I'm your host, Larry Hers. And today in studio, I am fired up because look at this. I love me some Detroit-style pizza. I got Jason all the way from Broomfield, Colorado with Rock City Pie and Ice. Welcome.
Thank you, Larry. Thanks for having me today.
It's one of these things you see, you see these pictures on Instagram and you're like, well, I could go visit him, or maybe I'll just invite him to come see me and have him bring me all these yummies. Give me a little history of you and your business.
So, chef by trade, Rock City Pie and Ice. Right now, we're in Broomfield, Colorado. Open Thursday through Saturday, 5 to 8. Delivery or pickup through my website, which is www.rockcitypieandice.com. And it's an interesting story. I'm driving my son to lacrosse practice one day and listening to a show, Sebastian Maniscalco, to be honest, and they were talking about a guy in LA that does these Detroit-style pizzas out of his home, and it's exclusive, and people fight to get on this list. And he looked at me and goes, "Dad, you should do that with your pizza."
And you're not from Detroit.
My wife is from Detroit. I'm not. I'm from Long Island,
Yeah.
the southern coast of Long Island. So I grew up eating Sicilian pizzas and traditional New York-style pizza.
Yeah, so this is very similar to Sicilian. What's the difference?
Sicilian is definitely a little denser.
Yeah.
The Detroit style is a little area of a crust. There's sauce goes on. The sauce goes on at the end. So
And what's the reason for that?
a couple reasons. One, to help the dough, the crust rise when you're baking it, and also to it doesn't give any moisture to the top of the crust, so you don't have that kind of gooey layer in between.
Yeah.
It just goes, so you get a little more of a crisp layer in. So a lot more focaccia style.
Yeah. All right. Where are you located? What's the address?
It's 1386 US Highway 287. So it's on that little, right there off the intersection of Highway 36 and 287, right in the Broomfield exit there.
And is this a full-time gig for you?
This is, it started, like I said, a small, just keeping on going, and I moved farther along than I ever had in a project, so it was time to do something that the passion was there. So
All right, let's start showing them what you brought me
All
for
right.
lunch today. We'll start with a little salad. It's a gorgeous little salad.
So this is our house salad, and it's just mixed greens. One thing that's unique to my house salad is I do oven-dried tomatoes and everything. You will never get a bad tomato in my restaurant because it's green.
Okay.
So I make sure that they all have flavor. And I'll explain it a little bit more when I get to my veggie pizza. So there's oven-dried tomatoes on there, fresh mixed greens, sweet chilies, Parmesan, a little red onion, and then I have a house balsamic vinaigrette that I send out as well. Salad generally feeds 2 people. I have a Caesar as well, and I also have a Greek, but I just brought the house to show.
Mhm.
This is an appetizer that I have. It's a marinated olives. I marinate them myself with some herbs and citrus, a little sherry vinegar, olive oil. Another little nice appetizer to have to start with.
Smells so good. I'll wait. I'll wait. I can wait. Like I want to eat that. I want to eat that. Well, let's go to this guy since it's the closest.
So this is a cheese pizza. This is your classic cheese. I didn't cut it because I wanted everybody to see the nice edges. So this is what's unique to Detroit style pizza is the cheesy crust. And the cheese goes all the way to the edge, which is different than any other style of pizza really. Even the Sicilian pie has a little bit more of an outer, or the grandmama does have an outer crust within the pan. This one has cheese all the way to all the sides.
Do you use a different cheese than a Sicilian?
I use a low moisture cheese. I used a cheese that fit the exact nuttiness and sweetness that I was looking for when it crisped.
Okay.
So there's a unique flavor I was looking for, and it took a minute. But this cheese here does the job. As you see, it forms a nice crust around the outside of the pie.
Well, this is I know you know, but this is perfect. Like this is exactly what you're looking for in a Detroit style. And it's something you have to use special pans too, right?
Yes, we do. These pans right here is what I use. They're 8x10, blue steel. Traditionally, that's what they were made in. Traditionally, it was a double pan that they would throw auto parts in off the line. And for some reason, they had one in this bar and grill. And when the first Detroit pizza was made, that's what they made it in. So, and then, the most unique thing I think about the Detroit style is the sauce at the end. So, my sauce is very simple: Stanislaus tomatoes, a few simple ingredients. I let the product enhance itself. So it goes on at the end. Two things: one, it doesn't reduce and cook, so you get the natural flavors of the sauce. Two, my son likes to say it helps cool the pizza down, so you can eat it a little bit faster. My wife likes to dip it. So it's all a matter of, you can use the sauce. So I serve a little sauce on the side as well as the ricotta on the side. Being that I'm a takeout and delivery only, I figured the ricotta would mess the pie up by the time I got home. So I like to have it so they could dip or dollop on what they want.
That's what this is?
That's
is
what
the
that
ricotta?
is. It's a ricotta dip with a
I was
little
wondering, I was like, why is he giving me butter with my
cream
pizza?
cheese and a little garlic salt as well.
I like that
Very
idea.
simple. Very simple.
Which one's this one?
So this one right here is my carmine, which
You'll
is
be off stage. Just stay there and just tell me what's
this
on
is
it.
my carmine, which is the mushroom and sausage. So that's one of my I brought some of my more popular ones. That's definitely one of them, as well as my pet bacon. But I also brought the vegetarian because I want vegetarian people to understand that I'm not joking when it comes to the vegetarian pizza. If you want to split that open, you can see in there the oven-dried tomatoes on the top. I do grilled artichoke hearts on there, real Castelfinciano olives, marinated mushrooms. Another unique thing I do is I never liked getting raw mushrooms, so I marinate and roast all my mushrooms beforehand. So when you get the mushrooms on your pizza, they're cooked. There's caramelized leeks as well on there.
Fancy.
Yep. And then the last two things before we cut this pie for you to try are my couple really nice appetizers. This is baked meatballs, and it's a family recipe. My grandfather made meatballs every Sunday, and this is that recipe, the best of my palate's ability to remember. And so that's an appetizer, as well as and there's no pasta with that one, or the chicken parm app, which is just chicken parm. So if you want it with your salad, but it's 2 pieces of panko crusted chicken breast with the tomato basil sauce and cheese and a little dollop of ricotta on the top, baked as well. That's available on the menu at all times.
Then we'll save that for last. And then you also do ices, which in Colorado they don't really know it like we do growing up. I mean, Italian ices is like a staple.
It is, and it's on every corner actually, and it's really interesting that there isn't any here yet. So, just like the Detroit style pizza, which is infrequent in Colorado, it's one of the reasons I chose to do the ice. Is it's something that we can't find here. I have 6 flavors available currently, and 3 different sizes. I brought the largest because I figured there'd be a lot of people here to help, facilitate that.
All right, tell them what the flavors we brought.
So we got Bronco Orange, Limeade, Lemonade,
Limeade,
Wild Cherry, Blue Raspberry, and Black Cherry.
And so explain to them what it is, because they don't even know.
So Italian ice is, the simplest term is a frozen Slurpee. But it's fruit, sugar, water, frozen together. That's basically it. It's all the things that aren't good for you. That's why it's so good.
But if you're lactose,
and it's dairy free.
It's dairy free.
It's dairy free, and it's a magnificent dessert. It's refreshing, especially in the
after
winter.
pizza, perfect palate cleanser.
Absolutely.
All right, on to the main attraction. I'm gonna just show it to them real quick on the close-up here, and then you're gonna cut me a slice.
So this is my pet bacon. This is the most popular dish. This is the most popular menu item by far. So I wanted to leave it in pan so you can kind of see it, but I go around and very gently make sure to try to keep the crust, but this is the pan, what it looks like. So you really want to hear that crunch. That's what you're going for. So I use 2 different types of pepperoni. I use the large pepperoni underneath, and then I top it with the cup and crisp. So that's kind of the unique cup and crisp is what's really made Detroit pizza super, super, super popular. So then we sauce it. I don't do anything fancy, sideways, squiggly, this. I just go straight across. A little Parmesan cheese on there. And then always a little extra fresh basil. And I like to chiffonade it because I think it has a good mouthfeel and it breaks apart easier than some other cuts.
Bring that to you guys so you can see.
So the airiness of the crust, you can see, it is a 2-day ferment, bulk ferment. So gluten intolerant can tolerate, celiac cannot.
Yeah.
Multiple people have tried it that have gluten intolerances and have enjoyed my pizza. So the people that have gluten intolerances can now enjoy delicious pizza again.
All right, let's recap all the stuff.
All right.
Hours?
Hours are 5 to 8, Thursday through Saturday. Wednesday soon.
And they can pre-order?
You can pre-order on the site. You could choose your time when to pick it up or have it delivered.
Okay. The site again is?
www.rockcitypieandIce.com.
Can they call in orders?
No call-in orders
Okay.
right now. I'm a one-man show, so if I'm on the phone it's hard enough for me talking to the people when they come in. So that puts me a minute or two behind every single time. So the phone's got to be quiet or else I might not be able to produce the food.
And the address again?
1386 US Highway 287, Broomfield, Colorado, 80020.
Thank you so much for coming
You're
down.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Bon appetit.
Everybody have a great holiday weekend. Obviously, we will not be doing a show on Monday, but we'll be back next week on Tuesday. Let's eat!